afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members and potential members. My name is Sheila Mabeka, Director and Board Member at Wana-Anga. I'm honored and privileged to be your moderator during this video. Allow me first to welcome you all to today's webinar, which is our second webinar this time around. Today we will focus on SACCO systems and financial planning and mental wellness. On housekeeping, please keep your microphone muted and submit your questions in the chat box. They will be addressed later during the Q&A session. For today's webinar, we have two presenters. Dr. Pamela Kaithuru, please greet the members. And the second presenter is our ICT manager, Ricky Rota.
Good afternoon, members, and we feel welcome to the webinar.
In the first session, we will talk about SACCO digital systems. And in this webinar, we are privileged to be having Ricky Rota, who is an expert on digital systems and processes. Ricky has been in Wana-Anga for the last 14 years. And he holds a master's degree in computer forensics and cyber security. We played a key role during the installation and successful transition to a new operating system that was developed during the last 20 years. The master we have interacted with you when you challenges. For example, when you forget your PIN, when your card gets followed by the ATM, or even so, thank you, Ricky, for your presentation.
Once again, members, welcome to this webinar. The session you're going to handle today is based on our digital systems, and it's going to be an interactive session. So feel free and have your phones or your gadgets with you, because today we'll be handling all the issues that relate to ICT in the SACCO. As you've been told, you are aware that we launched a new core banking system during the AGM. And in that session, we took you through some of the areas that were enhanced in the system. So today we will go into the details of all these parts of the system that affect the members directly. So I'll give an overview of the system, of the objectives of this today's webinar. And the first part is that we am going to familiarize you members with the SACCO ICT system. And this will entail all the systems that we deal with, starting from how the new core banking system deals with members in line with the member portal, and also the other systems like the e-guarantorship, which is something that most members handle on every other day when they're applying for loan. Secondly, we learn how to use each platform effectively. And when I say this is that you members interact with these systems every other day. So you need to know how well to effectively use it. Because there are some calls that I receive that actually you can get the information directly on your phone. The third is understand benefits and the security measures that are there in the system. As you realize that when we go to the web-based systems, we get more insecure, and the security part comes in. And when I talk about security, it entails even the members. Where do the members make mistakes when they're doing security? So that will be handled today. Fourth, and not the least one, is to encourage members to use digital platforms, encourage digital adoption. That is very important to us. Then now the overview of what systems we have in Wana-Anga. The first is the core banking system. And when we talk about the core banking system, this is the transactional part of the system that members use and the staff use, and any other systems that are within the circle. Secondly, we have the e-guarantorship, what most of you use when they apply for loans. And this comes along with the share trading. I think share trading is a new thing. We were amongst the first to introduce such a system, and even e-guarantorship. And it's been there for 3 years. So we'll go today into how to use it because most members still have problem with that. The third one is the mobile loan platform. This is a one-up app. And I know most of you have been saved in situations when it comes to getting one-up app because it's instant and it's a 24-hour system. So we'll talk about it, the benefits, how you need, what are the criteria and the amounts that one can qualify for. The fourth one is on the member portal, which I think I've talked about on the core banking, but I'll try to elaborate on it on its own. And then the communication channels. How do you communicate back to us? How do we communicate to you? Which channels do you want? Do we prefer and which ones are more effective? So we'll discuss that. Let me jump into the core banking system. And in the core banking system, we have many features that were enhanced, but I will go to the ones that touch on members directly. We introduced what we call member portal, and members are now able to access their accounts directly on their phone or on their laptops. And if you members make use of this, then you will really know how much control you have over your account in the circle. Secondly, we are going to talk about the loaning and recovery. Under the loaning and recovery, we are going to discuss what features are new in the system. I know most of you have realized that whenever they apply for a loan, there are notifications that they get, and there are restrictions that the system has, and there have been members have been asking, why is this one doing this? You get to see where your loan, well, in the risk classification as per SASRA, you get to know how is your loan performing? Is your loan on watch? Is your loan on substandard? Is it doubtful? Or is it on loss? So you have control over the loaning process, even the recovery. And guarantors, you are able, if you guarantee someone, you're able to check on real time. So that's a big thing because before we wouldn't know how the loan that you guaranteed is performing. The other one is share deposits. We are encouraged to save most of the time, and I think with the new system that we have, which I'll show you today, we have many ways of doing it because we've realized that within 1 month, it runs so fast and you can forget to save. So we have set up reminders on a monthly basis for those who are doing check off, who are not doing check off, then uncheck off. And the notification come to you to remind you that you need to do your savings. And then the communication, we've enhanced how we communicate. If I'm not wrong, most members nowadays receive a lot of SMS from Wana-Anga. But this is for your security and betterment of the service because you need to be notified every time something happens in your account so that you are aware. And also when how you are performing in the circle. Then we introduce a new module that is called ticketing. Uh, Ticketing works in that when a member requests for something to be done, a ticket is generated. And we talk about ticket is not the bus ticket. We are talking about the ticket of where your case has reached so that you can trace it to resolution. And when it is resolved, you will get real-time notification. And the last one is the integration with other channels. As you have realized, we are not functioning in our own world. We have to integrate with other institutions. And one that has come in is a CRB. So we are automating that integration. So those who are paying their loans well, you will get to be updated to CRB, and which gives you a better score for whenever you want a loan. And we are also integrating whereby we are going to do credit rating of our members. So we use this information. AI is here with us, and we have to make use of it. So when you're denied a loan, know that you are not doing well somewhere else on loans. Then I'll now talk about the member portal. And on this, I'll encourage you guys to have your phones because we are going to do a live login to the member portal. So if you have your phone, you can just minimize the screen for the projection and have the member portal. I'll show you how to get to access it. I'll show you that. So what are the benefits of the member portal? In the member portal, we get secure online logging. It is very secure. So don't fear logging into the portal. It is very secure. We've worked on our security aspect of that. Then you can check balances and statements, which I'll show you. You can raise queries within that platform, and it comes to us in real time and gives us an alert. Actually, I receive alert whenever you do that. So if it is not responded to, I know that someone has not responded to it. Then also view personal information. This entails the next of kin and other details that we have in our systems. Then I'll jump straight to now, how do we access this member portal? So on your browser, you can go to wana-anga.co.ke. And when you go there, there's on the topmost, if you access our website, wana-anga.co.ke. I hope you are trying. Those who have laptops, you can try. And you can see it down here. It's projected on the window. Or you can type directly to membersportal.wana-anga.co.ke. So for those who haven't registered yet, you might not have the PIN. So on the chat, kindly put that I want to be registered for member portal, and then you put your member number. And our team behind here will activate for you the member portal. But those who have already used it, you can log in with me. So my team here will be checking for those who are asking for, or who are putting their member numbers so that their accounts are activated for the member portal, because you must receive a password, the initial password that will allow you to access it. But if you've not received that, just watch your screen. I'll show you how the portal works. So once you open that, I'm giving you some short time to copy it. Just type members.wana-anga.co.ke. Wana-anga, wana-anga.co.ke. Yes, if you've not registered, you might not be able to proceed until we activate for you. So with that, I'll just show you how it looks. So the first time you go, you will receive a screen looking like the one on the left, which has an ID number place. You insert your ID number, then the password that is sent to you. So for those who don't have the password, just look at the screen. We'll send you the password later. Then it gives you a security code. This security code that is here always pops up every time you come in. This is what the system uses to know that it has authenticated you to come in. So when you put that security code, it will give you a window of send verification code. We've realized that our systems all have an OTP, or what we call multi-factor authenticator. So you have to have a real, your phone or your email access for you to get the OTP. So when you click on the OTP, the send verification code, there are two options. One is it can be sent to your phone, or it can be sent to an email address. And then you click submit. When you click submit, you get the verification code, which then you input, and you move to the screen that I'm going to show you. So those who have the password, you can proceed. If you had set a password before, you can reset. There's an option there for forgot password down here. So if you've forgotten the password, you can click there, and one-time password will come to your phone. So I'll proceed. This is a screen that comes up when you log in. And as you can see, it has a lot of information. And this information is what most members keep asking when they make calls, and yet they have it on their hand. They can access it. So on the left, it will show you your name and ID number. And there's an window there showing manage. Here, it will show you who your next of kin is. So if you feel your next of kin is not the one that you should be there, then you can ask for changing. Even though I'll tell you more about what you're doing about the next of kin. So let's just focus on what options you have on your hand. So we have the dashboard. It will show you your savings balance. This is a current account. It will show you what you call investment. This is your share and share deposits. It will show you the loans you have. It will show you the arrears that you have in loans. And arrears doesn't mean that they are interest that you need to pay. What it shows you that you are behind on what you promised to pay. So arrears is an information. It is not a loan you owe, but it shows you that you said by today's 26th, you should be at 76,000 loan balance. If that loan is higher, it means you are not within the agreement. So it shows you that you are in arrears. So I needed to explain that. Arrears means you are behind according to what you told us to pay. So if you take a loan for 1 month and you don't pay by the second month, the arrears will be the whole balance. But if you took that loan for 6 years and you're on the second month and you've not paid, the arrears will be only that 1 month. Let's agree on what arrears is and understand it's not money that you pay. It is an information showing that you are behind in a certain loan. And this will accumulate all the arrears that you have. Then there's a module here called My Accounts. So here in My Accounts, you'll see all the accounts to get the statement. You'll get all that. Then there's a module called FOSA Services. This one, if you have fixed deposits and all that, it will appear on the left there. You can see them. Then loan services, it will show you all the loans that you have, the guarantors that you've guaranteed, who you've guaranteed, how they guarantee the loans they are performing. So all that is in this member portal. Then the HR module is not for members. This is for the staff. So you might not be able to get any information there. And then my documents is where whenever we create documents like the dividend slip, we will not send it to you. It will be upon you to come here and download it. So we will not print those slips. You will come, and if you are printed for, it might be charged. So make use of this. You have all that on your fingertips. Then that is all on member portal. I hope if you have any question, note it on the chat. Type it on the chat. We might not answer them right now. Type any question you have. This is the opportunity to have all your issues sorted concerning member portal. Then I'll move to what this core banking system has in terms of loaning. So we are moving away from using physical field forms. And there are reasons for this. I think people are becoming more digital. And I think we were the first amongst many to introduce this e-guarantorship for signing. And the signature we use on that is legally binding. So don't assume that the signatures you're putting on those guarantorship are not binding. We have abided by the law on guarantorship digitally. So e-guarantorship, when you apply all loans, we want you to use the online platform. And that is, you can use either the *377 *119 hash, or you use the Wana-Anga app, which is available on the Play Store. Secondly, these, except for loans that are based on collateral, those are the ones we don't apply via the mobile platform. Secondly, when that loan form comes to us, the loan form goes directly to our core banking system. So in that core banking system, the SMS is generated the moment that loan is now registered on our side. You see, on the e-guarantorship, you are just applying. But when we register it on our system, you get an SMS. I hope these SMSs are not so many for you, but we just want you to be updated on every stage of the process. So just bear with us. It is not our wish, and that's why some SMSs we don't charge, because we bear the cost. During registration, you'll get an SMS. When this loan goes to approval or rejection, you will get an SMS, whether it's approved or rejected. Once it is approved, there's another SMS that comes at disbursement. At that point, the money has not gone to your account. So we will wait for another SMS showing that the money has now finally been credited to your account for you to access. So these SMSs are many, but they are very key and they are good for you. Then on recovery, you've realized that most of our members now you get notification when your loan is due. Most of those who are doing non-check off. If your loan is due in 3 days' time, you get a notification. So we can't say that I didn't know my loan was due. So in case of due date, we always send you 3 days to. Then failure to pay a loan within 2 months, you get a notification. And again, on default, we tell guarantors. So don't let your loan go to, if you don't want your guarantors to receive SMS, kindly be up to date with your loans. There's something that this system has introduced that I think affects mostly those on payroll or those who get their payment through here, the per diems. We have an option whereby the system, if you are late on a loan, it can be triggered to deduct what you are late on payment. And this is for your benefit, because when you default a loan and you send you to CRB, believe you me, if you go out there to get a loan, you will not be given based on that. So when at times you see the system trying to correct your loan that is behind, it is not our wish. We are not happy to do it, but you are making your credit worthiness to be better, so that you are not denied a loan in the future. And you know that it stays for 5 years with the CRB. So if you go there, then even when you move to a bank, you will not be able to get a loan. So it's for your own benefit. Then I'll go to the next, which is now on the savings. And this is the share deposit contributions. There are 3 or 4 ways of doing this. First of all, the easiest and most used one for those who are on payroll is the check-off, which happens automatically on your payslip. And that one you don't have an issue is because it's your employer who deducts. The second option is pay bill, and I'll elaborate a bit on this pay bill. On pay bill, our pay bill number is 925,900. So don't be given any other pay bill out there. Even with the debt collectors, if they tell you use a pay bill, it is 925,900. Now the account number that you use, I think there's been a change. Or not I think, it is that the accounts are changing because of the new system. So we are going to give you, we will share on the SMS how the account details are going forward, so that when you're paying a loan, how do you put the account details? If you're paying shares, how do you put the account details? But what we've done is that all those loans that are due and being paid via pay bill, we send you the exact account number. So use that account number that is sent via SMS. We are moving away from what we used to do. But we are not saying that we will move instantly. So if you are used to paying the way you used to be paying, those accounts are still okay. Just pay them. We will give you time as we transition to the new account system. So you can still pay the way you used to pay. And for those who have been doing that, it is still reflecting in your accounts. It has not changed. So this one, we will share the codes via SMS with a link that you can download the details on the payment of the pay bill. There's another one we call standing order. So we've introduced 2 types of standing orders. One is internal. The internal, if you are one person who feels that you cannot be doing, or you forget every month to send the deposit, you can come to Wana-Anga, put a standing order. And with the ATM card, you deposit the money where you are. And every month on the date that you set, the system will automatically take the money and put into your share deposit. So this is a new one. And those who have their FOSA here, you can do this to enhance your savings. Also from the bank, those who do their standing order from the bank, you can do that. You can continue doing that, and we'll receive the money. Then on notification, I think I've talked much about this. I won't talk much. We get notifications for those who are doing shares via cash. You will be receiving an SMS 3 days to the end of the month, reminding you to do your saving. And if you fail to do for 3 months, you will be notified that you are going into dormancy. And you know what dormancy means. You are not able to get a loan. In dormancy, you are not able to even attend some of the events that are organized. So you need to understand that. Then I'll go to the e-guarantorship platform, how we apply for loans digitally. And what we use as a USSD is the *377 *119 hash. You can save these numbers on your phone because they are very important so that you don't keep asking. Alternatively, just download the app on Play Store, and the app will not request for the USSD, so you don't need to forget. So when you download that, and there are people who say that they don't receive the OTP. When you don't receive the OTP, it means that you blocked our SMS on the Presta. So what you do, there's a code I've given there, which is *100 *5 *2 *5 *1 hash. It's on the screen. That will make you receive the SMSs. So when you do that on the app, you will get something that looks like what you see on the screen. So what you have there on the screen is what it looks like, and it has options. It has apply for loan, pay loan, and that is one app. You can pay, you can apply for long term, you can apply for short term. So with this, it allows you to sign for the forms on the loan forms. And with that, I'll show you some things that people have been asking on when they're applying for loans using the platform. What are the things that you can do and what can't you do? What is beyond the system? So the first one will be you can put as many guarantors as 16. You can do self-guarantee. You can accept or reject requests. You can sign both on smartphone and on laptop. You can attach any document. There's an option to attach or upload documents. You can do what we call, you can download that form and keep it. And one thing that you need to understand is that this digital signature that you have, that you sign is legally accepted. So don't fear that I have signed wrongly. Whether you sign it not the way you usually sign, it will still be used legally. So what you can't do is that you can't replace guarantors. And there are reasons for this. Because once the loan form goes to all the guarantors, they have a copy. So the moment we change that, then the copies that are with the guarantors are different. So we don't allow you to replace. What we allow you to do is to add more guarantors. And then you can't deny that you didn't sign because the message comes to you and you sign. And also you can't guarantee more than the shares deposits that you have. Number 4 is that if you ask for a resend of the link, they know that it resets all the signatures and you have to resign, sign afresh. So you need to know that. So the Wana app, I think most of you have used this. It is a straightforward. You just dial *377 *118 hash, or you use the Wana-Anga app, and it will take you directly to the loan that you need the amount. But people need to know that the maximum amount you qualify for is 4% of the share deposits that you have. So people keep asking me, why is my maximum amount lower than 30? It is because of the share deposits that you have. And it's also, you can receive this loan any time of the day, of the night. The maximum is 30,000 Kenya shillings. And the interest is the lowest, I think, for mobile lenders at 0.25% per day. And repayment is within 30 days. If you go beyond 30 days, you become a defaulter and you are restricted from future one-up loans. I'll go to share trading. This is one of a kind. It's a new place. Most people have not gone to this. We allow you to trade on our platform. So when you go to our Wana-Anga app, you can sell your shares, whether you're exiting the circle or you are a member and you feel stressed somewhere and you need some money. If you have more shares than the 25,000 Kenya shillings, you can sell the extra to another member, and you can buy back. So you can trade in and out whenever you feel that you are stressed and you need some money. Then ATM, we have the Visa branded ATMs, and this can be used all over the world for fueling, online shopping, POS, supermarket. And the other day there was Cooperative Bank was running a promotion, and most of our members, 25 of our members, got 500 shillings each, refunded back to them. And with that, they received a reward, which is something that we encourage. So do your shopping online, do your shopping on the supermarket, and it is free. We don't charge even a single shilling. So what happens when you lose your PIN? Soon we are coming up with a way you can replace your PIN within the office. At the moment, it takes 7 days, but this is something that is coming very soon. We will start replacing the PINs within the office. The other thing is when the ATM card, you lose it or you misplace it, we replace that for within 5 or 7 days, but we are working on doing this instantly. Then the communication channels is that SMS, I've talked about that, email notifications and statements. We are encouraging you to receive your emails and your statements via email so that we avoid the issue of printed statements. I've talked about ticketing, and we also have our website where you can get more information and social media platforms. Then security measures, always keep your PIN and passwords confidential. Now that we are online, please keep them confidential. Don't share them with others. Also verify the official SACCO contacts. When you are contacted, be sure it is from Wana-Anga. Don't let anyone call you that asking for something. If you're not sure, we are going to give you the numbers, you call back. Tell the person, let me call back the official lines, please. Then also update your contacts regularly. If you change your contact, keep updating. And the main thing that you need to also give is report any suspicious activity in your account. If you receive a message that you're not sure, kindly report it. So there are many benefits. I won't talk about that because this will be shared. It's already live on YouTube. We will be there for it. Anyone who can view the member benefits are there. I'll go to the challenges, which are that most of the time you get people who forget their passwords, and the reset is done at our office. If you forget your password on the member portal, there's a place to request for change. And then I'll go to the next step. Where are we headed as a SACCO? So what we need is you guys to embrace the digital systems, register on these platforms because it enables us to serve you better. Use ATM and use the online loan application and the One App and the portal. So on the screen, there are emails that if you want instant, if you want your issue to be resolved faster, try to use the departmental emails, which are on the screen. You can note them down, but this webinar will be on our YouTube page. You can go back and write them down. Then what is the future of the ICT in Wana-Anga? There's one thing that members have been asking for that we are on the process of looking at is the mobile banking. We had to go slow. It was the second phase of our digitization, and we are working on it. So you will soon, if not far from now, we'll start doing the mobile banking. Then also registration and onboarding of new members. We will not be requiring members to come to the SACCO. If we get new members, we'll be giving them a link or a USSD to register as members. And soon there's a new thing we'll be rolling where you will be able to update your next of kin and your beneficiaries via the app. So it will be, and you'll be able to sign on that form, the way you are signing on the loan form. So it is something that is coming up for the future. Then there are contacts that are there for the support. In any case, you have an issue, you can reach out. We have the team in the office. There's Brian, who you have his number. There's my number. There's a direct line of the office. You can contact that. And we have the ICT at wanaanga.co.ke. Also, you can use your member portal to request or to ask for statements and to ask for issues to be solved. So use that module that is there on the member portal. I think I've taken much of your time, but that ends the presentation, and I give it back to our moderator. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, Ricky. That was quite informative, and I know members that are with us today, and hopefully you're going to engage us more using the member portal. Now, over to Dr. Pamela, who will talk to us about financial planning and mental wellness. Dr. Pamela is a registered psychologist with a doctorate degree in counseling psychology. Pamela is the president of International Society of Substance Use Prevention and Treatment Professionals Center. She is a mental health professional and a necessary certified addiction professional with over 20 years of experience in the industry. So, Dr. Wana-Anga, over to you to take us through the next session. Thank you.
And good afternoon to our members. Glad to be here this afternoon to take us through a very important presentation that we need to consider, especially because of our health and well-being, because the circle, the society, the community that we live in requires people to transact on a daily basis because they are healthy. Your health is your wealth. So this afternoon, I'm privileged by the grace of God and the leadership of Wana-Anga to speak on money, managing finances, well-being together, so that we are looking at money matters. We are looking at money matters and telling ourselves what is it that we can do to enhance our financial literacy, so that we can be able to increase understanding of the principles of management of finances. I also want to this afternoon look at the challenges that today we are faced with in terms of financial management, discussing the ongoing crisis. We know where we are globally in terms of financial challenges that the communities are going through. So we'll just look at that briefly and ask ourselves what is the reality within us as Wana-Anga members, and what can we be able to do differently so that we are financially stable as well as healthy enough to be able to service our loans, to be able to sustain ourselves and increase sustainability of our society as well. And of course, I'm relating this with the likely mental health issues that will emerge or can be triggered by the ability to manage our finances well. So we know that data does not lie. Statistics speak. Research in the country today is showing that 70% of the working population in Kenya are financially dissatisfied. And I know when I say that, we can all relate with this. Of this, 47 are already manifesting mental health challenges because of dissatisfaction that results from financial management. And of the mental health challenges that are being evident really is, I will be able to share with us some of the signs and symptoms which you can look at yourself as an individual, or your friend, your colleague, your relation at home, and be able to see and actually seek help or indicate to you that something needs to be addressed. Why is it important? Because the cost of living is high. The personal finance resources are very, very key. And if not taken care of, stress will be much. Good thing is that 17% of us in Kenya are saying that my financial situation actually improves my mental health. So that indicates to us that you don't need to be distressed. There is something you can do because others are doing things differently that are making them healthier in the economic situation that we are in. As data tells us, there is a relation between male and female, the gender disparities, of course, depending on also what we are doing, the wage earners, the informal, the formal sector, it's also indicating differences. And we know that financial inclusion is very crucial as an economic development aspect, especially for emerging. Okay, especially for emerging markets like Kenya. Financial inclusion is very, very key, and that's where circles like Wana-Anga has come up to be able to promote financial inclusion so that our people, our communities are strong, are able to do what they need to do economically for growth of families and also our society.
There's a message you're getting there that the sound is not okay. Is it okay now before we proceed? Just put on the chat box. We need to know if it's functioning well. Yeah, she can repeat one of the slides if you didn't get it. So.
Okay. Sorry for that. Technology at times fails us.
Okay, now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay, I'm saying data does not lie. There is a statistic in Kenya that shows that 70% of the working population in Kenya, because that includes the informal and the formal sector, are financially dissatisfied. And this dissatisfaction is leading to mental health challenges because stress is an indicator of emotional strain that actually has a lot of signs and symptoms that I will be making mention of. Because it is critical that we actually enhance our revenue by managing our finances better. Good thing is that also there is evidence that 17% of our communities are saying that their financial situation, irrespective of the crisis that we are in, is contributing to their well-being. And data also shows that there is a variation between male and female. The microphone, can you hear me now? Am I being heard?
Just move here so that we
from which phone? Like Wana-Anga have come up to be able to support that people can be able to be stable and do what they are supposed to do. Because we all know economic status can be an aspect of this empowerment. And productivity. And suppose like Wana-Anga has come up with really a range of affordable financial products that are actually tailored to their members. They are tailored to meet the needs of the community that they are serving. And each of the organizations, Wana-Anga included, tailors according to the needs of the people. And that is why me and you come up and actually even make suggestions in the AGMs, through the channels that Ricky has been speaking about. That's one for the ICT. And then you can be able to have an idea and communicate it from the mic. Still is a challenge.
Yes, you can hear me. Is there an echo when I... They are saying mine is clear.
How should I hold this one? Can you teach me?
So,
From being near Ricky, being supported enough. So I was saying that societies support like Wana-Anga make products depending on the needs of the members. That has been successful with us as Wana-Anga members because I'm a member, I know that. And this has really helped has punch forward and have growth and development. So they come in as socio-economic empowerment partners for us as members. And that really I will applaud Wana-Anga and you and me as members for seeing that this is important to even belong. And it is also an opportunity to encourage other people to join Wana-Anga. Why? Because money matters. And money matters can influence our mental health and well-being because they are deeply connected. Money it's on the basis of money or resources that we are able to take care of ourselves, take care of our families, be able to register growth, invest, so that we have a safer tomorrow. And there's a complex relationship between how we manage our monies or our resources and our health and well-being, both physically and mentally. Because the difficulties at times we find ourselves in can trigger or even worsen existing mental health challenges. And that's why it is important today to really have a dialogue around enhancing better financial management so that then we can have an improvement on our overall well-being and create resilience for our members under the circumstances that we are faced with as a global community. We know there's an economic meltdown. It is visible everywhere. And even societies like Wana-Anga, some of them are really struggling. Wana-Anga has made a lot of effort to stay afloat because of you and me, the input we give to our leaders, the fact that we are in constant communication and are able to reach out and see how we can strengthen our society. So, the current financial situation with the high cost of living, and you realize that when you listen to what is going around, there is stagnation in the form of incomes, the incomes that people are getting. And you look at somebody who has taken a loan, and as many of us have done, the products that are available, we take the loan, and at times you find you have taken a loan in Wana-Anga, you take a loan in another organization, you take a loan in the bank, you borrow from a friend, it is all increasing. Your burden of finances. And it is at times leading to default of loans. People are defaulting. And I will say it is rare that somebody will default intentionally. I am yet to see or to hear maybe from Wana-Anga if there are those of us who are defaulting intentionally, or if it's just because of the difficult situations that we are in, that at times we are unable to repay our loans. We tend to strain even the people who have guaranteed us. I will say, for example, myself, I was faced with that. I was almost paying a loan for someone who was, to some extent, actually, I think was defaulting intentionally because it is not that they didn't have the resources. They had the resources, but it took me the intervention of the legal fraternity to take somebody to court for them to actually pay the loan so that as guarantors, who are some of us, not myself alone, will not be faced with paying a loan for somebody who is able to pay. At times, there are unexpected expenses we are faced with. We not life has a lot of ups and downs. At times, somebody can get unwell in your family, and it is you they are depending on. At times, you find natural incidences, like maybe you lose your property to fire, you lose your property maybe to even debt, and you may have to replace. Sometimes movement from one area to another. Those unexpected expenses lead to financial challenges. The loans that we have taken before, including, as I was saying, other bills like medical bills, high living expenses, uncertainty in the environment that is actually becoming a bit a challenge. And of course, coupled with financial illiteracy that is causing a lot of challenges within our society. So, thinking of that, we ask ourselves, what are some of the things we can do to manage our finances better? As we were speaking, it is about planning. We need to plan our income and plan our expenditure as well. We need to learn to budget and save so that you can have a fallback position that you don't have to run to a circle or an SME to collect some resources, even for small aspects. So, of course, we have influences that we have to do that. We have also to borrow wisely. Borrow when it is very necessary and repay responsibly. Live within, let's live within our means. When you look at the picture there, somebody is struggling to put on a shirt. You know, struggling to put on a shirt. It's like the body is bigger than the shirt. So it takes a picture of the needs that we are faced with and the pockets that we have. The pocket is kidogo and the needs are many. So we need to try as much as possible within our means and of course protect the guarantors. The guarantor guarantees you on trust. And we are also having loans. We are also having needs. Individual needs, family needs, community needs. Protect your guarantor. Let us create the trust by trying to repay. How then can we do this? Create and follow your budget. As I've said, set aside a payment loan, repay your loan, and of course live within your means. Because if this is not happening, it is triggering mental health issues. It is causing psychological distress. When you look at your kitty for money is not having money now. It's
Just pause.
sorry.
Yeah, let's pause slightly and are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Yes, you are. We are using the same mic, so I'm wondering why there's that difference. So
Wait. Can you
direct.
Is it better now, my best? Sorry. Is it okay? Do I continue, Ricky?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
So I'll say financial management issues can lead to challenges that are mental challenges. And when we talk about mental challenges or mental disorders, when we look at mental health, it's basically, according to WHO, a state of complete physical, mental, social well-being, and not, of course, necessarily absence of an infirmity or a disease, but where you are able on a daily basis to realize your potential, to cope with the normal life stresses, be productive and fruitful, and make your contribution to the community on a daily basis. And I vision from that, when that is where we talk of disease, because you are deviated from the norm. So those diseases are referred to as mental disorders, and they are all about what we think, what we feel, and therefore how we behave. Emotional behavioral health disorders. And I like telling us that On the statistical manual of mental disorders, we have over 200 mental disorders. So if you were to be diagnosed, and if you look at the statistics for Kenya, 25% of us on a daily basis who are going to our facilities have a mental disorder that has not been diagnosed. 25%. For hospital occupation beds in Kenya, 40% of the people in the patient in our hospitals have a mental disorder that has not been diagnosed. What that means then, this person is in hospital treating a physical illness that they will not recover from if the mental condition that they are going through has not been diagnosed because they will not receive treatment. What are the characteristics? We look out for our thoughts, our perspectives, and our behavior. And how is financial mismanagement of financial challenges contributing to mental disorder or mental ill health? Because when we look at our financial base, when you are unstable, you worry constantly. People at times are developing sleep disorders, eating disorders. You are not able to eat well, whether overeating or not eating at all, sleeping or not sleeping at all, worried, anxious, sad. Fear at times of even of the unknown, and at times fear of the person that did you. You are afraid to meet with them. To find Wana-Anga or around the gate. You are afraid to meet with them across in the street. So you are not paying the loan that they guarantee you. You are afraid to meet with them even in the estates where we live. It brings fear. At times you get afraid. You are not happy that you are not doing this. So shame also becomes a challenge. Stigma, shame. I look at people who are guaranteed, and some of them guaranteed that they are not paid, they are reported, and they are meant to pay. And I say, no, I am not even guaranteeing that person again. But it becomes stigmatized in the society. People start discriminating you and choosing you to guarantee and not true. There are a lot of hopelessness, helplessness, and stress is increasing. And all these are signals that all is not well. We need to address our mental issues because the economic conditions are actually directly or indirectly contributing to our ill health. And debtor implies obligation. Being a debtor implies you're obligated. You are dependent. You have an asymmetric relationship. There is a power relationship between you and this person because you need to really know how to treat them. They make you get to the loan, isn't it? So, and all these things at times underlie mental ill health, and we need to engage around the same.
Focus on the mic directly.
So, and what this is doing, people are developing anxiety disorders, depression, stress, which is, of course, on its own, is not a mental disorder, but it is an indicator that you are psychologically unstable and unhealthy, and this can actually lead to a mental disorder or even trigger a mental disorder. Unfortunately, this is leading to behavioral dysfunctions, where people are resorting to use of substances because of the internal turmoil that this person is going through. Because rationally you will ask, if I'm not able to pay my loan, how am I able to work and drink? How am I able to indulge in substances? But remember, that substance is only a treatment of the pain, the pain, the hunger that I am going through. I'm not taking the substance because I want. It's a medication. So, guilt, for indecisiveness, that I'm going through. And some of the indicators that I have listed here, you find you have trouble concentrating. You wake up, you're supposed to do 1, 2, 3 things. By the end of the day, you look at yourself and see virtually nothing. Or if you have 5 items to do, you find by the end of the day, you are tired and you are born a done one. Guilt, anxiety, instability, helplessness, social withdrawal. This person was very likely very happy at workplace, a very relational person, suddenly starts to withdraw, running away from people, isolating themselves, a lot of arguments, not only with yourself, but even with other people. At the family level, you'll hear fights, you'll hear children are not going to school, you'll hear a lot of things that are happening, and all indicators that we are not well mentally. Our relationships, I like to say, the relationships we keep will help us to be stable. And the work relationship, the healthy relationship at the family, the relationship that you have at the workplace with the people who are even attend you will foster a sense of belonging and purpose. And we will to work from our interpersonal relationship, that is the relationship with yourself. Who do you tell yourself to work? What is your self-image? What is your level of self-esteem? How do you value you? How do you look at yourself and put value on you? Interpersonal relationship, the way you relate with other people, in the workplace, the matters, the family, the society. Let us know how to manage the conflict. Let us also strengthen our family systems, because the family is the basis for our growth. Let us learn to self-care and, of course, try to deal with our emotional issues. Because, as I was saying, when you look at mental disorders, there are so many. Mood disorders, personality disorders, psychotic disorders, substance use disorders. These are just examples of them. And I want us to, just the way we do our health checks every year, or even once a quarter or thereabout, even when you go to see your doctor, also seek to see a psychologist so that you can be supported to be healthy. Because unfortunately, with psychological issues, with mental health issues, the one who is sick is often the last person to realize they are sick. Let us keep touch of other people so that you can be able to tell when you are afraid something is changing. You can be able to tell when your family something is changing. Let us learn even to do journaling, where you can document what you are feeling, what you are thinking, so that you monitor yourself, how you are behaving. Late and become so argumentative. What is likely happening? I get back to my thoughts. I ask myself, what is this anger that is making me become so argumentative and become so irritable? What is the reason? What do I feel when I get irritable? Where is this feeling coming from? When I reach so and so, I feel I don't want to see them. What is it? So that you can monitor yourself and be sure that you are healthy. Because some of the very common mental health issues related to financial state include anxiety disorders, depression, it includes stress-related disorders like post-traumatic stress disorder, burnout. You feel you have no energy, and people are going suicidal ideations, and some people have actually succeeded by dying through suicide. Today, the correct language that we use. So how can we seek help? Because help is very, very important. As our society, maybe I would want to say, let the society be able to strengthen our own vetting and screening systems so that we can be able to support our members to tighten the screws, and help us do a better day. Then also continuously create information about financial literacy and loan restructuring for the distressed members. Maybe at individual level, I can come and be able to relate with you. I know I've done that with your doctor. You come and you are able to express your challenge and your health. Protect the guarantors fairly as well. Because if we don't have the guarantors, then the laws will not be taken, isn't it? It is a challenge to us as a society to think how can we be able to protect our guarantors. But of course, partner with the mental health professionals to support our members. I appreciate what you have done today. Let us talk to our members so that we can be supported. As an individual, let us observe strict budgeting behavior. Let us borrow wisely. Let us learn to pay our debts. We can use various methods of paying debt. I have an example of the avalanche and the storm. Yes, from the financial perspective, is you are looking at all the debts that you owe, and you are saying, I will strengthen, I mean, emphasize so much and be sure that I'm giving the bigger loans, the bigger debts, so that once those are removed, I'll be able to manage the smaller ones differently. Or you can start snowballing, start with the small ones, but at least ensure you are paying your loans. Strengthen communication with Wana-Anga, strengthen communication with your guarantors, strengthen communication with your family. Check. Talk to a psychologist to help you adjust. Because financial discipline equals financial freedom. Let us support one another. Let us protect our health and well-being by managing our monies well. Because at the end of the day, when we are distressed, when we're financially distressed, it will affect our mental health, and of course, our physical health is related to our mental health. When your physical illness, you start getting worried, it will trigger mental health issue. When you have a mental health issue, it will also likely trigger a physical health issue. It is the same body. It can break down. Let us self-care. The psychologist will help us to learn tricks of self-care, relationship, offer us psychological education, and where need be, refer us to psychological support. We know today in our country, we have a board that regulates psychologists. The Kenya Cancer and Psychologist Board. Also see, whoever is calling themselves a counselor, are they regulated by the country to offer the service? As I heard with this code, good financial management protects both your pockets and your peace of mind. Because mental health really matters. And there's no health without mental health.
Thank you, Dr. Pamela. Thank you so much. The presentation has been very informative. And I'm certain our members are going to take what of the at heart, and they're going to come and talk to us in Wana-Anga, and we're going to look at how we can be able to help to ensure that their loans are paid and there is no default. To move on straight to the Q&A sessions, I have a question that is coming from Hassan. Hassan is asking, please explain how network is derived. Probably you can look at
that. Thank you. That's Hassan. I think he meant net worth. Yes, on the member portal. So the net worth is calculated as follows. It adds all your the money that you have in Wana-Anga, that is the current account, the share deposit, and then nets off your loans. So in that, it helps you to know, am I on the red or on the green in terms of my net worth? If it is positive, it means you need to come for a loan. If it is negative, it means you need to increase your deposit. So either way, it works for you. If you are negative so much, increase the positive side. If you are so positive, increase the negative side. Take a loan to do something because the circle has more of your money than you have out there. Thank you.
Thank you. I've noticed actually we do have a number of questions. I've been in the session for a long time and they are not taking. So please welcome and patronize our products. Another question is coming from Quinta and Carol. Both of them are wondering how can they download the app? It is not available on Play Store.
Yes, on the app is available on the App Store, the Google. But for those who have iPhones, we unfortunately don't have because of how iPhone operates, and the cost involved with hosting on an iOS platform is a bit high. But we encourage you to use the USSD. There's an option, so don't feel discouraged. We have the one for Android phones, and it is available on the Play Store and Wana-Anga Sacco app. There's one here. Yes.
Somebody would like, if you would like actually
Okay.
to speak verbally, you can put your hand up and we will unmute you. Thank you.
Yes, there's a question here from Alexander Tuva. Yes, and he's asking, kindly share the presentation on members' email. We missed a lot. Yes, I wanted to inform you that this is recorded on YouTube. So at your free time, just go to our YouTube site, you'll get it. The presentation will send a link for you to download all the presentations that we have on all the webinars, including the one that was presented last week. So if you missed, you can have time because you also are live on YouTube.
Thank you. I ask for a parting shot from Adrian, just after first. You want to remember as they go home.
Yes, I think from me to members is that they need to patronize and make use of our ICT. That's where we are headed. I think it is globally that ICT is a new thing, and let's make use of AI and to serve our members. So members, don't feel that you're pushing you hard to get the digital system. In the next few years, that will be the only option. And we are competing with other circles. So just embrace and register for the digital systems.
Thank you. A parting shot from Dr. Pamela.
To our members, to our listeners, what I want to say is that our financial matter and our health matter, we cannot be mindful of how we manage our finances. And the business technology, please just be aware that you are able to be aware. Besides, there is no help without mental health. Let us learn to seek support. Let us reach out. Communication is very, very important. Learn to speak to yourself. Learn to speak to the network that can be able to help you. Enhance your social health.
Thank you. Members, I just want to say that remember what the doctor has said, wisely, budget, and manage your finances wisely. I'm certain you want your other members to trust you so that they can also be able to guarantee you. And we continue to encourage you to take advantage of our loan facilities. Please do come and patronize them for the growth of our circle. And at this point, at this juncture, I want to remind you that we continue to have our monthly webinars. The next webinar will be on the coming month. That will be on 31st of October 2025. So be on the lookout for the link and the flyer. God bless you. God bless Wana-Anga. Please feel free to log out. Thank you.